Alright, what's up, gang? Today we're going to be talking about the recent drama that happened with Jax Films and SSSniperWolf. Now, for the past few months, Jax Films has been making these videos basically criticizing SSniperWolf for her content.
In each of her hundreds and hundreds of videos, she plays other people's TikToks and provides extremely base-level commentary.
This dude is running sideways. What? Wow.
I made my own video criticizing SSniperWolf, but it's nowhere near how good Jax Films is. Jax Films goes like really in depth on her content, talking about a lot of things that he has a problem with, and a lot of it goes back to her stealing content. Her style of video is pretty basic. She just plays TikToks, gives like no credit to the people who made the TikToks, and gives the most like bland cookie cutter reactions, if you can even call them that, to those TikToks. And Jax Films really has a problem with this because he feels like a lot of the content creators, if all of them, are really getting ripped off whenever their videos are being put in SSniperWolf's videos because they're getting absolutely no exposure, no credit for them. They're basically getting their content stolen, which he's very much in the right to think about. I mean, all SSniperWolf does is compile TikToks and sit down for maybe 15 minutes and react to some of them, if you can even call it reacting. And so Jax Films has made a couple videos basically criticizing SSniperWolf, and he even has a whole channel where what he'll do is he'll watch SSniperWolf videos, and most of the time from the few videos I watched of it, he'll have a bingo board of like, it's pretty funny. He'll have a bingo board of like different like attributes, different common things that SSniperWolf will do, and he'll watch SSniperWolf videos until he gets a bingo. So it's basically just kind of criticizing her content, but he also gives actual exposure and shouts out the people who made the TikToks that SSniperWolf is reacting to. He'll give credit to the people who are the original owners of the content that SSniperWolf reacts to, which is his biggest problem with SSniperWolf.
How do you get your drink on your face so quickly? Girl looks like a Bloody Mary. Girl looks, they look like bloody, they look bloody. I don't know.
The way that juice exploded. What is that?
Let's go ahead and mark what is that.
But recently, SSniperWolf has just fucking lost it. So really what happened was SSniperWolf, I think, was in town of where Jax Films lives and decided to show up at Jax Films' house, but not only that, post pictures of Jax Films' house, videos and pictures onto Instagram to her millions of followers, and damn near threatened Jax Films. She said like something about let's talk, like if you want to talk, let's talk like adults or something like that, in a caption of a picture of Jax Films' house. I mean, think about how fucking crazy this is. Like, this kind of, like, I guess, idea or whatever, like, the idea to do something this stupid, it reminds me of, like, I don't know, imagine you were playing, like, an old Call of Duty, like, back in 2009, 2010, maybe even a little earlier than that, and people were shit-talking or whatever, and people, you know, they find your fucking IP address like they used to do, and then they actually show up to your house. Like, it's one thing to, you know, show an IP address or get somebody's IP address and like turn off their internet or say where they live, but nobody actually shows up to their house because like that's fucking crazy. But not only did SSniperWolf show up to Jax Films' house, she showed it to the internet. She showed where this guy lives to the entire internet so that way they could see this dude's house and, you know, they could have their opinion on it, which is completely fucked up. This whole scenario is fucked up. There's so many layers of this that should have absolutely never happened. I mean, what I'm really surprised about is SSniperWolf cares this much. SSniperWolf, whether people are criticizing her or not, is she's gonna bring in millions upon millions of views per month. I mean, I think she got like 200 something million views last month for making the easiest to make content on all of the internet. Why would she even care if Jax Films has a problem with it? I don't know, but she cares enough to like do all of this, and obviously this is completely fucked up, not in an internet drama standpoint, but in the actual internet, in the real world. You can't do this. You can't show up to somebody's house completely uninvited because they said something about you that you didn't like. Not only that, but then softcore threaten them and post it and show millions of people a picture of this dude's house. And Jax Films obviously is not very fucking happy with his house being all over the internet. So recently, within the past few hours, he posted his own video response. And in this response, he's basically just talking about how fucked up this whole scenario is. And he's very much right to do so. But he also says that SSniperWolf should be completely deplatformed deplatformed. She should be banned from YouTube and banned from Instagram. And she also did something I haven't seen in any other video talking about this, but apparently she then posts a few hours later on Instagram, basically making a whole joke about this entire situation. She was like out with a friend and she posted this picture. Like, how can you even, like, I'm fucking speechless, bro. This is the most petty shit, but it's not even petty. Like, it's so fucking crazy. The audacity, the idea to show up to somebody's house is so extreme, especially for what this is over. He's criticizing your content. You may not like it, but if you actually wanted to talk, or if you were actually trying to come to some sort of agreement, then talk to him on the internet, the same internet that you posted these pictures on. And so obviously Jax Films, you know, he's pretty pissed off about this whole situation, and he calls out YouTube. Like I said, he calls out social media platforms, which he very much should do. And this brings me to like the final part of this video. For those of you who don't know, which I don't know how you couldn't because you're watching this video on YouTube, but SSniperWolf is pretty much the female face of YouTube. I mean, YouTube at every point possible is just fucking jerking off to SSniperWolf pretty much. Like literally fucking dick in hand, anything that SSniperWolf wants. She's always on the homepage. Like if you go into incognito, or if you sign out of YouTube and you just open up YouTube in a new tab, you're going to see her videos on the homepage of YouTube.
Alright, we're doing the SSniperWolf speed run. We're doing the any percent route. On your mark, get set, go. All we have to do is find a SSniperWolf video in record time. We're doing the any percent route, which means no glitches. Oh boy. Done!
She gets millions of views. YouTube is always talking about how fucking creative and fucking like transformative and insane her content is, when it's absolutely not. Like, they'll fucking go balls to walls defending SSniperWolf for no fucking reason. But this is absolutely completely undefendable. There's no ifs, ands, or buts with this. Her doing this should in every way get her completely deplatformed. And I kind of have a feeling that either YouTube is just going to immediately do something like within the next 24 hours, or they're not gonna do jack shit. I mean, yeah, she brings in a shit ton of money for YouTube, which is probably why they like her so much, but think about the kind of example that this kind of situation like leaves for the rest of YouTube. You can just show up to people's houses. You can dox people whenever you have like 34 million subscribers. You can just dox them, you know, show pictures of their houses, do whatever the fuck you want, and you can just completely get away with it scot-free, you know, no punishment, no harm, no foul. Hey, it happened outside of YouTube, you know, it's completely fine. If they don't do something, if they don't ban and nuke her fucking channel and just let this slide, I feel like this kind of situation can really bite YouTube in the ass. Because honestly, Jax Films is probably in the right to sue SSniperWolf for something like this, and he probably will. I don't see why he wouldn't, and I don't see why he couldn't. And if YouTube didn't do anything about it, that's just gonna make it an even bigger deal, because they're basically just enabling this behavior. I mean, I really have to ask, like, what the fuck was SSniperWolf thinking? Like, I know I've, you know, harped on this multiple times at this point, but she not only did all this, the fact that she doubled down and posted a picture where she's mocking the whole situation and laughing about it and basically making a big joke of it, showing that absolutely none of this was even that big of a deal for her. Like, what if some dude who was getting criticized by SSniperWolf, if this whole situation was flipped and they did this, this would be absolutely fucking catastrophic, because you know what that would look like in the internet? You know what that would look like to the press? Crazy stalker shows up at female Twitch streamer and YouTuber's house and doxes them. Imagine the fucking backlash of that. Undescribable, okay? You're gone. SSniperWolf at this point should not have a channel. This situation's been up for about 24 hours. I'm gonna check right now if SSniperWolf's channel's still up. Of course it is. Why the fuck wouldn't it be? Of course it is. I don't even know what I was expecting looking this up, but of course it's up. I mean, YouTube's really got to do something quick, because if they don't, they're going to get in trouble. Like, YouTube has been completely neglectful for a lot of different controversies and has very much had huge double standards in the past on the platform. But I feel like this controversy can really be the one to bite them in the ass, because if they don't do something, it, I feel like, is really going to show a level of favoritism that is never seen before, and it could really, really be bad for them. I mean, SSniperWolf is already absolutely treated completely unfairly and has very much, like, you know, double standards. She's treated way better than any other YouTuber for what she does. But her getting away with this would, I would hope to God, that it would have insane backlash for YouTube as a platform. But all we can do is hope that her Instagram and her YouTube are going to get taken down and she's gonna face some sort of trouble. But you know, at the end of the day, all this shit could go away right now and she's still gonna be sitting on her billions of dollars of stealing other people's content. But yeah, that's about the whole, you know, lore of this story pretty much. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, you should go check out my other video that I posted on SSSniperWolf about a month ago, where I talk about, you know, the ins and outs of why I don't like her before this entire situation came up. Whether you go watch that video or not, I appreciate you for watching this video all the way through, so thank you.